Brittany, it's been 3 hours, 45 minutes, and 5 seconds, and I have not gotten 100 likes on my photo. The absolute horror. It's because I'm ugly, isn't it? I told you to not let me post that because I'm ugly. I'm taking it down. I'm taking it down. That's it.
Hey, have you heard this fire new song? Adam, shut up. I'm trying to buy tickets to see Iron Man 2 this weekend.
Alright, cut it. Angry Birds is falling, alright? And Fruit Ninja is not cutting it anymore. We need something new. A new social media outlet to capture the identity of this new generation. What is it, Adam?
What about dopamine?
What is dopamine? What does that have to do with anything?
I've actually been doing some research on it, and I found some really interesting things. Dopamine is a neurotransmitter.
What is a neurotransmitter?
Neurotransmitters allow neurons to communicate with one another and to send messages from the brain to the body and vice versa.
And they're also made up of different materials in your brain, like amino acids, peptides, and lipids. So dopamine is under the umbrella family of the monoamines. It's also a catecholamine, which is a type of monoamine. So then you have dopamine.
Right, it can have excitatory effects by making the neuron more likely to fire, or it can have inhibitory effects, making the neuron less likely to pass the message along.
Alright, slow down, guys. What does all of this even mean? What does this dopamine thingy even do to your brain?
So dopamine is involved in different things that your body does. So it sends messages in your brain surrounding movement, attention, learning, and reward systems. So these pathways are the places that dopamine goes to send these messages. So the nigrostriatal pathway,
The substantia nigra to the striatum,
the mesolimbic pathway,
the ventral tegmental area to the limbic system,
and then the mesocortical pathway.
the ventral tegmental area to the cortices.
So this is all very complicated, but what you need to know is that the mesolimbic pathway specifically is what you need to focus on for your app, because it is the one that deals with reward systems and addiction.
I still don't get how it's addictive. Like, how is this science gonna help my app?
Well, think of it as a slot machine. Every time someone checks their phone, they're playing the slot machine to see what they're going to get. This repetition creates a habit.
So somebody pulls the lever, sometimes they get a reward, and dopamine is released, causing them pleasure.
This can be your design technique.
It's the unpredictability of the process that makes it addictive. Just like the slot machine, when someone gets a notification on their phone, they don't know if it's going to be somebody liking their photo or not. Dopamine is stimulated by this unpredictability, small bits of information, and reward cues.
Okay. So for the app, a reward cue could be like a notification letting you know that somebody's liked your photo.
That's a great example of a reward cue.
So what do we call this new reward system app?
Instant gratification gram.
Or Instagram.
Hello folks, I'm reporting live from inside the local internet addiction clinic because I'm addicted. And so are millions of others. Here I have joined two neuroscientists responsible for the worldwide craze of Instagram. Please tell our viewers about how this addiction works.
Sure, Maya. Addiction involves the pleasure center of the brain, which begins when the cortex processes a sensory stimulus as a reward. The signal of the reward is then sent to the ventral tegmental area, which through the mesocortical and mesolimbic pathways sends dopamine to the septum, the amygdala, and the prefrontal cortex.
So over time, an individual develops a habit of pursuing these rewards through learning, which is also regulated by dopamine. The specific type of learning involved is stimulus-response learning. In this type of learning, a stimulus is present at the same time as a behavior. If the stimulus is positive, then it reinforces the behavior, leading to repetition. This is what's happening in your brain when you're receiving likes on an Instagram photo that you've posted.
So there you have it, folks. The science behind addiction. Thanks for joining us this evening.
And we're off.
So, how do I treat this addiction?